Yeah. Guess we can let everybody get up in here as we're starting off. We got another episode coming up for you right now. This is Dog and Dave.
What's up, big
Dog.
dog?
What's happening? Oh, now what's shaking with you, big dog? What's happening with you, Dave? What you been
Oh
going?
man,
What
it's a
you have?
beautiful day out, man. Beautiful fall day. I can't complain. Buff's gonna get a win this week, man. I can just feel it.
I can feel it too. I'm sitting here watching some of the film from Washington State, and I think we have a great chance, as I thought with all the other teams, but especially this week to get some momentum going for the final week versus Utah to pull off a huge upset to get us into bowl eligibility, so to speak. It's set up perfectly for us. Just knocking right off the tee right now, man. Going up to Pullman, Washington this Friday. If you don't know, now you know. One day earlier, it's going down. Run them lights up. What's happening, man? How you been this week?
Man, I've been good. I've been busy. Obviously a lot to talk about, and we're gonna touch on a lot today. But a great game against Arizona. It was a heartbreaker, but still nonetheless a very good game. We got a lot of college football coaching news, rumors, the silly season. Oh my God, we got a lot of recruiting to talk about, and I love weeks like this. I love when there's a ton to talk about, and it should make for a pretty good show. But man, I'm sad, big dog. I'm sad
That
that the
about, man?
season's almost over.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. But we still, like you say, we still have a lot of things to talk about and a lot of things to look forward to because we know once the season is done, let's just say once we become bowl eligible and then we are, gearing up for that, the recruiting around it, starting first of right after Thanksgiving, 1st of December or such,
Hmm.
recruiting cycle is going to get crazy. A lot of commitments going to be happening. Rumors swirling around as we have some right now. We will be discussing. So I'm looking forward to that season because I know that nowadays football is year round, and that's how the news cycle is going to be too. All we need is for something like Stephen A. Smith to come out and say something like he did the other day, or anything of that nature. Coach Prime might say this, or this might happen. This recruit does this. Something's going to go on in the meantime until we get up to leading up to next season, also into the spring.
Yeah,
So
no doubt, no doubt.
as far as the recruits don't go, man, or the news, what news topics are hot and right on trending right now for you that you want to discuss?
Big dog, I didn't get a chance to get through your whole video earlier today, but I saw the first couple minutes of it with you were talking about a potential offensive lineman that you could see transferring out here from the state of Florida. And did I hear this correctly? That this man is 6'8", 375 pounds?
6'8", 375. The big fella, Jordan Herman. He's the news was that he entered the transfer portal, or at least he broke the news Sunday that he wanted to enter, and he plans to enter the transfer portal. 6'8", 375 pounds. That's what he's listed as on the Florida website. Um, Huge monster, left tackle, can play. 1 year later, he's a redshirt sophomore, so
Okay.
has connections with, of course, our right guard who's injured right now, but came from Florida, Big David Connor. So there's a connection right there that could bring him to Colorado. We just got to wait and see and cross our fingers and cross out, what is it, dot our I's and cross our T's and make sure everything happens in the right way. I think it will, though. That's my crystal ball, him coming to Colorado.
Oh man, that would be absolutely huge. Now, where would you kind of see him slotting in on the offensive line? Are we talking about a 375-pound center? Talking about a guard?
He played and you look at his page, he has a couple of shots of him at left tackle, playing left tackle. So he's a big backside protection for Shedeur Sanders. You know what I mean? So uh himself and if Tank is still there, they can compete right there. Tank can get better, work on some technique. and go from there. And I would say the goal is not just bring in him and say, okay, we're done or we're ready. We want to bring in at least two more of hims,
Yes.
at that position. You know what I mean? And compete there. We want to have competition at every position, just like the other schools do. We want to be that school that has that competition there,
Yeah,
no matter
no
what
doubt.
you look at.
Well, Coach Prime said, going into last year, he said, we're going to build from the outside in. And we got a lot of that outside talent this past recruiting cycle. Now it's time for us to beef up. I can't wait to see, like a comparison of like just how different this year's recruiting class with the transfers and all that it looks compared to last year.
Right.
I don't know how many you're expecting, in terms of transfers to come in here. I'm still expecting a pretty decent amount. But nonetheless, I really do feel like this is a team that can patch up their weaknesses. And yeah, like any holes in terms of depth in this recruiting cycle. I'm not freaking out about anything with Winston Watkins decommitting. He's got a lot of time to make that decision.
Right.
And I think Coach Prime's made it pretty clear that he's here, and it wouldn't make any sense for him to jump right now. So
Now,
I think,
I was going to say this right here, just based off what you just said. The news of Texas A&M trying to get Coach Prime and him, breaking out saying that he's going to be here, and when the proof is in the pudding and Texas A&M actually go hire someone else, that should be enough proof for any recruit out there that has questions of whether Coach Prime is going to be in Colorado for the long haul, at least for that foreseeable future of the recruits coming in. Because if he turned down or didn't even entertain an SEC opportunity that can pay him boatloads of money, then what are you thinking?
mm-hmm.
He's still gonna leave if somebody else. Come on, man. Oh, he'll leave out the Shedeur and them go if that offer come around him. Come on, man. The man said he's there. You're gonna take his word for it, or you're gonna keep trying to say that I don't believe you, or you got to prove it to me. If you're that guy, then maybe you don't need to be there in the first place. But as far as the young recruits who are decommitting, I kind of I'm an advocate for that. Why? Because I'm an advocate for also probably even saying you committed from a recruit standpoint. But right now is good for you to say in a decommit from everyone. I was that guy who I'll never forget this. I thought about this after the Winston Watkins story came up. But you saying that you're committed somewhere really impacts the type of recruiting you get from then on. Prime
Yes.
example. Shouts out to and I'm wondering if he's still alive. I think he is. I hope he is. Coach Joe Witt, the linebackers coach from Auburn at the time when I came out, he really recruited me hard to my face-to-face recruiting. And then I signed some all-star paperwork, right? And on the profile, it said your schools, where you're from, and school committed to. And because I wanted to have a school next to my name and not say uncommitted, and because I was leaning towards going to UAB at the time anyway, I put on their commitment to UAB. So somehow Coach Joe Witt saw this and he said, "Hey man, you said that you committed to UAB. I'm wasting my time here." And I was like, you know what I'm saying? So all those things matter. So if you're a guy that's openly committed to Colorado or anywhere, there's not going to be a need for you for some teams to bring you in on that all expense paid visit to come visit my
Yeah.
school. It says that you're committed to Coach Prime. I'm not going to waste my time or my resources. Now, if you decommit, that's a different story. So I think now we're seeing these guys decommit right now, take these free trips to whatever school, get wine and dine, and then they'll come back around and say, we're actually going to go to this school or go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I think the story is right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's totally a business decision. Do I think he should be looking at any other school other than CU? Absolutely not. But I understand it, and he's gotta see what all is out there, what decision is best for him, and I'm guessing now too with when you commit as well. I'm sure there's also NIL opportunities that are maybe left on the table, as well as, possible scholarships. So that's another factor to consider. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to get the right guys here. And I'm excited for anybody who ends up signing here in a month or so. Going to be fantastic. We're going to see a lot of flips. We're going to see, us maybe lose some commits, but also gain some other schools flips as well. This is just exciting to be a part of this whole recruiting thing, big dog. Because I mean, it's just so foreign for us. We would pray and hope for 3 stars, for years and years and years. But now that, this is part of the game, and it feels great to be in the game. I have no doubt that we're going to get the right guys in here. And I think getting this win on Friday, getting to 5 wins, then who knows what happens after that.
Exactly.
I think that's going to be big for recruits. Getting one more win is going to be that's really going to help out, I think, with the recruiting.
It'll help out for the fanfare, excitement, and everything of that nature. Going up there to Washington and get a win versus Washington State, who's kind of a mirror image, kind of built just like us, have a nice quarterback who's putting up similar numbers right behind Shedeur Sanders, pretty elusive, trained with Shedeur Sanders' trainer, Cam Ward. So it's going to be kind of like similar. I think they have a more, I'll say, established offensive and defensive line, but not so much that we can't get pressure on the quarterback or we can't protect Shedeur Sanders. I think we could do both enough this game to where we can pass on those defensive backs. I think we have an advantage in the skill positions overall across the board. If we can stop the run, force them at least contain the run, which they don't do a lot of, only averaging like 86 yards per game, 3 yards per carry. We can keep them 3 yards or less per carry. Just make Cam Ward pass, and that plays into our defensive scheme. If we can have our best pass defense game, not give up, the 50-50 plays, turnovers, I think we can go up there and get a win.
And no doubt. This is going to be an exciting game because, like you said, very similar teams in terms of how they play, their philosophies on offense. Both teams obviously have great quarterbacks. I think we got the better one, but it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think, again, both as sad as it is, both of these teams lost to Stanford, so anything's on the table with what's going to happen this week. And I think we got a chance to where we can leave this game on Friday and say we dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. They don't have a huge line either on defense or on offense. And I think this is a pretty even matchup all the way across the board. We'll see who plays more disciplined football Friday night.
Disciplined football, play calling, and I think also situational play. And what I mean by that, of course, like I've always been saying, is substitutions, putting guys in position to be their best, using some of the guys that we've been seeing on the sideline mostly now. I think if we can incorporate them into the game somehow other than just special teams, use some of these super uber athletes that we have. We've been hearing about DeMore Kennedy for the longest. He can't be that terrible at tackling or reading plays that he can be one of the fastest guys on the team, but he can't get on the field. I'm still baffled by that. And I'm not just him, it's a few other guys out there that I would like to see play more or just get into the rotation so that we can at the very least, spell the starters who the coaches feel like is, I guess way more better. That's why they're playing more. Well, let's at least spell them to keep them fresh as possible by bringing in some of our other guys for a play here or there. And maybe they can make something happen too.
No doubt. I think there's a few mysteries right now with kind of decisions of guys who have played, haven't played, but one of those biggest ones is DeMore Kennedy. I want to see him get an extended run. We got 2, maybe 3 games left, if everything goes according to plan. And I think him right there with Bentley, that could be a really fantastic linebacker duo. Of course, I'd want to see Jawan Mitchell out there, but I've kind of given up right now expecting or pulling for that for whatever reason. But I would like to see him out there. Another guy that I would like to see on the field. It's been a while. Maybe you can help me remember the last time you saw him on the field, big dog. Tarvarish Dawson.
Or Dawson.
Um,
I wonder
yeah,
what happened.
I
I
think
don't know.
I think he's got the most speed out of all of our receivers.
He scored at the Nebraska game that I was at, right? Yeah, I think he scored on
Yeah,
the end round. Then
and
I
I think
think
he
he
had a
scored
touchdown
the
against USC. Maybe I can't
USC
remember.
game. I think so. Also in the end zone. So I wonder just it. Like I said, man, it baffles me. I always thought that the wide receiver rotation would be you run a deep route, you come out, we can sub somebody else right up
Yeah,
in. That's what I
yeah,
thought it would be. I thought the rotation would be every position except for quarterback, probably even offensive line to keep some camaraderie, some some communication there. But with the lack of production, the rotation had to come in. I figure a
yeah.
defensive line rotation. You got a and first down or a run stopping line. You got a pass rushing line. You got a goal line uh, package. Same thing with the linebackers. You got two linebackers who are more uh, who are better at dropping in the coverage or playing man defense in pass situations. Then you have two linebackers who are great at, um, you know, just run blitzing, so to speak. I think we need to do a lot more
Uh-huh,
run blitzing. I meant to say earlier, we're not run blitzing. We're not shooting the gaps. We're not
uh-huh.
just sifting out plays before they happen to where we can make plays for tackle for losses is what I'm looking for. We can get more tackle for losses. Those are instinctive plays. It'll create more negative plays for the offense, I think. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking for. I think those substitutions will create that, and those packages will create that. Fast playing on the defensive side of the football will create that. All right.
No doubt. What did you think? I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but going back to last week, what did you think of Cormani McClain? It was kind of nice to see him out there from the first quarter through the fourth quarter. What'd you make of his performance?
Finally, been calling for it for the longest. Finally, just got him out there to where he was able to do his thing, just play ball. Didn't get a lot of opportunities in the pass game, but just to see him out there getting his feet wet, getting that comfortable, getting that confidence, um, to know that he can play on this level.
Yeah.
Now getting another week of practice, learning a lot more. Coach Prime is putting a lot more time into the cornerbacks we saw in videos today.
Mhm.
That's going to benefit Cormani McClain. Him playing this week, I'm still calling for a pick. I'm still calling for multiple picks on the season. And I think he will be able to get it. Cam Ward is going to throw the ball. Washington State is going to call a lot of plays. Cam is going to be scrambling around and just throwing it back foot, left foot. You know what I mean?
And
He's
he's
usually
going to be testing everybody.
going to be
He's
tested.
not he's
He's
not
not
going to go away from Travis or
exactly.
anything. He's going to test him.
He's not the one to shy away and go to this side. He's going wherever he can find somewhere open. He's going to be scrambling around. Jordan Dominic going to have plenty of chances to get some sacks. Uh,
Yes.
Defenses, everybody, and I think on these zone blitzes and these pass rush blitzes from the outside,
Hmm.
design blitz from the outside can bring a lot of pressure on Cam. We just got to make sure we wrap him up and don't let him get these deep throws downfield like he can.
And yes, I think a focus has to be, not letting him roll out a ton. He is great, when he's rolling out. He has a bunch of field ahead of him. Really is a threat because he can make all those throws, down the field. But I think if we're able to generate some pressure on the outside, kind of collapse the pocket a little bit, even if he's able to get out of it and has to check down, I would much rather see that than these big chunk plays happen. With not getting pressure or anything like that.
Yes, sir. I think so too. Let me see. I want to see a complete game. Jalen Rushing said. Y'all going crazy in the chat talking about something else. Yeah, we can get this W. Y'all put them W's in the chat if y'all think we can get this W up in Pullman, Washington versus the Washington State Cougars. I think Cam Ward, like he just did against Oregon State and watched some highlights, he let the ball go. He will scramble and have that ball loose. So I will be going for that ball if I'm rushing in there. Jordan Dominic, Derek McClendon, Big Taj Austin, Kyrie Mans, Arden Walker,
Yes.
all of you guys, get a hand on it. Big Amari McNeil, get a hand on him. We're looking to knock that ball away and get some turnovers. Force some turnovers up there I think we can get some wins. We can score on this team big time.
Yes. And this is
Big,
a team that turns the ball over, and we
definitely,
generate a lot of turnovers.
for sure. So I think that's going to be a perfect match going into that Utah game. Just looking for something to happen. Anything can happen. They know anything can happen going in there.
Mm-hmm.
We mess around and get a 6 win in the last game of the season, and we're bowl eligible. Everything is back skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's great for recruits right there. So winning is essential, and helps out to get recruits in, but especially the ones on the fence. But the ones who already know, hey man, I'm coming to play. I'm coming to play for a good program, Coach Prime, good staff, and a good team with some good players. They just need a couple of missing pieces, and I could be that missing piece. Why when you go there?
Exactly.
I'm trying to find
Exactly.
real quick, like so. Since we had our home game finale, I just came up with this too. Out of home game finale, right? I saw Shedeur Sanders receive an award from the fans, saying that for his toughness and grit and things of that nature. Before the show is over, I want the fans to do this. Get in the comments and let me know. We're gonna have 4 categories. We're gonna give out 4 awards. 1, 2, 3,
Ooh.
4 awards from the Dog and Dave show. All right, 1 award. We need the categories though. I just came up with this right now. Y'all give me some categories
Let's
for
do
4
it.
awards that Dave and I are going to present to our players out there. So what are the what are the categories? I don't know. Top player. Let's say team. What MVP? I don't
We
know.
can do that.
Let's do something different. Y'all give us some suggestions in the comments. You got something? Let me know, Dave. But we're going to give out 4 awards at least on the Dog and Dave show right now.
I'll get
4
thinking.
Get to thinking as I let you guys know this right here too. All right, we got 4 awards going out from the Dog and Dave show. Also, get ready. Like I said, the game is Friday instead of Saturday, so you got your Saturday free, guys, to recruit and get more people. Let's see if we can get more players to Colorado. Most clutch player. Let me see. Most clutch player, and the reason why I'll put that as a category. Most
Ooh, transfer of the year. That's good. We
clutch.
ain't doing no special teams player of the year, though. No, 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 no. David talks about not allowing that one.
Transfer of the year. I like that one. What's another one?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like sleeper
Best
of the year.
newcomer. Well, best newcomer transfer. I'll say freshman of the year. How about that? Freshman.
Man, some of y'all are cracking me up with these.
What they say? Unsung hero, most consistent player.
Best lineman. Okay, come
Best
on.
lineman. Most consistent go to Jordan Dominic.
Let's do most improved player.
Most improved. Okay.
Yeah.
Most improved. That's 4 right there. Most improved, most clutch, transfer player of the year, and freshman newcomer of the year. Should we go ahead and top it off with 5 if we get a 5th good one?
Yeah.
5th good one. No nonsense player. Most improved. Yeah, we got that. And then just overall player of the year. Let me see. Yeah, let's do something. Yeah, let's do something with a dog. And I like that transforming junkyard dog player of the year. And that could be any player at the position that exhibits that dogness attitude. You feel me?
Most saucy.
Saucy player of the year. Iski. Saucy player of the year. All right.
Oh, man.
All right, Dave. Saucy player of the year. All right. Y'all can give us y'all nominees. And so, but I'm gonna go ahead. How about this? How about we do the nominees, Dave? All right. We're gonna do some nominees and then we'll pick at the end. You got 2 nominees, I got 2 nominees. Most improved. Who would that be? Y'all give us y'all comments. We're gonna definitely use you guys' comments. So first one is up is is most improved. Most improved player. What are 2 players you have most improved, do you think?
Oh, man, I hope I don't steal these 2 from you, big dog, but I'm going to go with our walk-on tight end, Michael Harrison. who couldn't
Okay.
even touch the field last year. And
Mm,
then a guy that's been talked about a ton over the last couple weeks, Mari McNeil.
nice. All right, big 88 and big 87. Coach G, we appreciate the $9.99 for the super chat. Much
Thank you.
love to you, Coach G. Always checking in. We appreciate it. All right. Okay. Reginald Swan said the best trainer award. How about this? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do staff member of the year award.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I got somebody in my head to nominate. All right.
I can't
So
wait.
Dave got the most improved. His two guys are going to be Mikey. I think we need to make a whole show around this. Somebody going to try to steal it. Watch, but we're going to make a whole show around this. Dave and I at the end of the year, maybe for the holidays or something, or at the end of the season, we're going to give out. We're going to have our own award show, Dog and Dave Awards.
Let's do it.
Right now, we're going to have about 20 awards that we give out to each player, coach, staff member, and such. Y'all get ready for it, man. The first ones to say it, y'all get ready for it. I know a lot of people going to be trying to steal it. Watch. I said it first. Watch.
If you're
now.
gonna steal it, at least tag us.
At least tag us, at least credit us. Say Dog and Dave had a great idea and they're doing an award show. And so we're not going to do ours. At least. Just go take it and Jack move it. Like it's yours. Like you Devo or somebody. I'll come and see you. Devo. All right. Here we go. So out for our before the season end awards, our most improved or our end of the home game year awards. How about that? Most improved, Mikey Harrison. And number 88, Omari McNeil.
Yep.
Nice. All right. My most improved at the top of my head since you took, you picked two good ones. I might need to go first. Let me see what people are saying in the chats for most improved. Let me think. I'm going to think position by position right quick. Most improved. Okay. One of mine would be, of course, a guy who didn't play the first 4 games for real, but who came on and who played each and every game since then, been starting and making tackles all over the field. Number 29, Rod Ward. Roderick Ward, one of my most improved, at least on the defensive side. Then on the offensive side, we don't have to do it like that. We just do it, period. But on the offensive side, most improved will be nice, good question. Oh man, on the offensive side.
You could also, I don't know. Also, on special teams, I guess you could talk about Mark Vassett. I mean, I feel like he's been pretty good.
Yeah, could talk about Mark. I think I might have to put, but I wouldn't say improve because in my opinion, he's been doing good. I thought he was doing
pretty good at Louisville.
Yeah, but let's see. I'm just gonna have to pick a guy. Most improved will be. Let me see, like that choice. I'm just gonna have to say either Javon Antonio. Since Danielle Hill said that, Javon Antonio. Yeah, we can get some sponsors for them. Give them some gift cards. Great idea, Reggie Swan. Javon Antonio, or either I was gonna say Kamani McLean since he's playing now, but it's early. But I'll go number 4, Javon Antonio.
I love it. He's had some big time catches for us too
lately. Yep. Most clutch player so far. Who's been coming up in the clutch? Dave, I'm gonna go first on this one.
Yeah. I can't be stealing your guys every time.
I got this one. How about we go one at a time? I'll do one and then you do one.
All right, let's do that. Right. That's much better.
So most clutch, we all know that's gonna be Big 2. I'm gonna go 2 on that one. Shedeur Sanders as clutch. Who you got?
Oh man. This might surprise some people. I know that he kind of makes the more difficult catches. Sometimes he can drop the easy ones. But he leads our team in touchdowns, if I remember correctly. It's Jimmy Horn. That man has been clutch for us on those big plays. He has made those big plays for us. I'm going with Jimmy Horn.
Jimmy Horn Jr. I like that, Jimmy Horn Jr. Clutch. All right. I'm going to go clutch player. I'm going to have to go with the guy. I was going to go with the guy who was, I'm going to have to go with it was either between Cameron Silman Craig, who was leading us in picks, and then Travis Hunter, who comes up clutch also. Which one would y'all say? Silman Craig or or Travis Hunter? Silman Craig or Travis Hunter?
I'm partial.
I'm gonna go most clutch player. It's got to be Travis Hunter with those catches, those picks. I'm gonna go Travis Hunter on that one.
No
Who you
doubt. No
Who you
doubt. Well,
one more nominee?
one more nominee. A guy who has made plays for us, not on the not on the offensive side of the ball, but someone that I think has stepped up in big moments for us. Always seems to have his nose around the football. I'm gonna go Jordan Dominic. He
Big.
has been so impactful on our defense and has stepped up in big time moments.
All right. I'll say honorable mention on that could be Shiloh Sanders with those forced fumbles, picks, and things that
Yep.
he's done. So Silman Craig also been consistent. Trevor Woods getting some picks. So most clutch, our nominees right now. And what we're going to do is instead of giving you guys the winners right now, we're going to give you guys the winners on our awards show.
Yes.
That's what we.
Yes.
So this right here, I guess, is officially the Dog and Dave Award Show nominees award show. We picking our nominees right now. Hey, we doing it as we go, baby. It's growing right in front of your eyes. You know, letting you know it's organic. This is real deal. Now, when they go steal it, which I'm calling it, when they go try to steal it, it's gonna be so funny.
And when you see them go steal it, be sure you tag Dog and Dave. Let's go.
Spam them in the comments when they steal it. Spam their comments when they try to steal it, dog. Man, Dog and Dave did this first. They're gonna try to block you and everything. But hey, y'all know what time it is. Dog and Dave did it first. All right, so our nominees for most clutch 2, 5, 12, and 44. All right, here we go. I like this one. Transfer of the year. You got the first one.
Okay, great. Yes. I'm trying to spread the love here, big dog, but I got to go with our most dependable receiver, Zay Weaver, man.
Exactly. I like that. Zay Weaver, Big Weave, first nominee for transfer of the year. I mean, I could go the obvious ones, because you got to realize that everybody on the team is transfer. So you close your eye, take your pick. All right. So I'm going to say my transfer player of the year. Ooh. Man, he has to be nominated, man. I'm going to go Shedeur Sanders. He has to be nominated, dog. How could he not be? All right. Who you got? Number 3.
Oh, man. Transfer of the year. I'll go with another leader that I think you said was an honorable mention last round. Big time production. Cameron Silman Craig, man. Cameron Silman Craig.
Silman Craig as transfer of the year. So we have Weaver, 2, 7. And who will be the last one? I was trying to give us a lot of other people love. Let's see. Daniel said Shedeur, Zay, Travis, and Cam. I guess we can't forget Travis. I'm going to add another. We're adding categories as we go here. We're up to number 8. All right.
I love it.
Grad transfer of the year also. So that change up some things. Grad transfer of the year. We're gonna take that. Okay. So we got to do. I can't be partial and not add Travis Hunter on there. Travis is a transfer. He has to be one of the transfers of the year. All right, that's 4 nominees. I know we can add. Maybe we'll go back and add a 5th nominee later on in the show, but we have 4 nominees right now in these categories. So here we go. Next category coming up. All right. If you'd like to be a sponsor, go ahead and hit us up. Go ahead and hit us up right now. Hit me in the chats or hit me on Instagram, Big Dog Chico on Instagram, BigDogChico@gmail. If you want to send an email, Dog and Dave, we will be producing this show. Get ready for it. All right. The award show coming up. Freshman newcomer of the year. Your first freshman. Who you got?
Freshman newcomer of the year. Gonna go with Carter Stoutmeyer. He has I think he blew away my expectations. He's been on the field a lot more than I initially anticipated, and he's played well in spurts. So he is my first one. I love Carter. Big time tackles for us.
Big time tackles for us. Carter Stockmeyer, number 23.
Man, everyone's killing me for that one. I don't care. He's nominated.
I gotta go with probably the obvious one. Someone said Bishop and Miller. Yeah, you got to go with those, but we got to go with the one who made the impact in the first game and that big upset at TCU, and that is fast Dylan Edwards, the big deal. Give it up for Boogie Edwards, man. I got to go with Dylan.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, then I will stay on offense. Going with Omarion Miller, man. He almost single-handedly brought us that USC victory.
Right. That has to be huge for him as a freshman. You go out there and ball out over almost 200 yards versus USC. What? That's cold-blooded right there. All right. So the fourth freshman. Who's the fourth freshman? Who's the fourth?
I'm trying to think. I guess there would be Cormani.
We got Carter. We got Dylan. We got Omari. Marion, and then I would say, I know some people gonna say Caleb. Okay, Caleb would be good too.
Yeah, Caleb.
Who else we got? Freshman now, freshman. So Caleb right there. Let me see if I'm missing one.
Well, it's like we got I'm trying to think of the other freshmen that played. I guess it's just Cormani.
Caleb, Money. No, Chick is not a freshman. Unless he's a redshirt freshman.
Bishop ain't a freshman either.
Bishop played. Came from Bishop. Technically a transfer. Yeah. That's who I like. Jaden Milliner-Jones, number 31, the safety.
Yeah, he's also had some good tackles for us.
Yep. Special teams, tackles. He's probably played the most, out of all the freshmen. Him or either Carter Stockmeyer. I like Jaden Milliner-Jones. I liked him coming out of school also, high school. So I think he'll be a good number 4 nominee for that. For that spot. Freshman newcomer of the year. All right, here we go. We're going to get nasty right now. We're going to get nasty. Junkyard Dog.
Oh, man. Who has the most fights in practice? I need to know.
The most fights in practice. All right, this is the attitude. This is guys who exhibit that dogness, like I said. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say, my first Junkyard Dog, I got to go with my big dog up the middle, man. You can go with it's a bunch of them. I'm going to go with first one going to be Amari McNeil. I'm going with my big dog, Amari McNeil. I like what he's been bringing. Shouts out to Big 88. I'm going with Amari, my first one.
Good. Well, I will call up the CEO of the Headache Gang.
Damn sure right. How could you? When you think about dog, you got to think about Shiloh. You know what I'm saying? All right, you got CEO of the Headache Gang, Shiloh Sanders. All right, I could go with his tag team partner and go with Rod Ward, but I'm going to give some love. Let me see. Junkyard Dog. Yeah, it'd be hard for me to go past Jordan Dominic on this one. I got to show love to some of my Junkyard Dogs on that offensive line. Junkyard Dogs at the linebacker, but Jordan Dominic, number 44, Jordan Dominic. We got to go with that one.
Well, I'm thrilled to give this guy a nomination for this award. I think the only player that we've had play, outside of Travis, on special teams, offense, and defense, if I can remember correctly, and that is Bishop Thomas. That's right. That man is running down there on kickoff return duty. Kickoff return coverage duty.
Huh? What's up? Shouts out to the NO New Orleans. You heard me? What's up, twin? All right. So those are our 4 right now. We're going to add a 5th to each of these categories based off of y'all comments that come in. How about that? We'll go back and add a 5th based off of y'all comments that come in. Okay. So Saucy Player of the Year. All right. We're going to call this Saucy Player of the Year. Don't take it the wrong way. Saucy mean in this book right here, we're going to say who has the most sauce, who's the freshest on the field, who dressed the fresh, who looked the cleanest, who came out there with the most drip, the saucy player of the year for the CU Buffs. Who y'all got?
Oh man. All right. I forget. Am I going first or second on this one, big dog?
Go ahead and go first. I'm gonna let you go first. It's all good.
All right. I'm gonna take this one. It's an obvious one. Y'all are hitting it in the comments. Mata, man. When he makes those field goals, he's dancing, showing off his moves. He might be 5'6" or whatever, but the man has a lot of sauce.
All right, we're gonna put Mata down there. My dog Mata. Shouts out to Alejandro Mata. Let me send the text right here.
Man, y'all's answers are cracking
the
me
award show coming up. All right, so you have Mata with his swag, saucy player of the year. Shouts out to Jimmy Horn wearing his diamonds on the field. You feel what I'm saying? Shouts out to Travis with all the extra drip. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Shiloh looking nice and clean out that thing. Zesty Zay looking nice and clean. But you know what I mean? We already know who been setting the trends this year. Got all the sauce. I'm just gonna do like this.
Oh, he started the trend. Only one started a trend.
Give it up for Big Two. Dang, I've been putting him for all my categories, but Big Two, saucy player of the year. Shedeur Sanders going to have to be nominated. Definitely.
Man, I
love
one? It. I love it. All right. My last one. I'm going to give it to Jimmy, man. I'm going to give it to Jimmy. Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to pick one right here. Let me see. I'm going to pick a little bit one. I got to go different on this one. Saucy player of the year. Damn, Shiloh going to be mad he ain't up in this one. Let me look in the comments. Bucky
was saying Bucky.
Kamani was sauced up out there. Let me see. Best dress, basically. Best dress. McClendon, Bucky, 2, 12. Who else? Let me think of somebody else. Who else? I'm gonna say, yeah, Bucky would have to get one for this. Saucy B, especially because he has the best saucy name with Saucy Big B, Saucy Bucky. So he's an honorable mention, but man, who got some sauce out there? It doesn't come to me right off, but I'm gonna go with, I like Dylan too. Who hasn't been nominated for something? Let me see. Who hasn't been nominated for something? Stillman Craig, he's been one. He has that sauce too. He be dripping out there too.
Omari and Cooper. I don't really know what drip he has though.
I gotta come with somebody, so I'm gonna go with shouts out to my dog D Mac on and off the field. I'm going with Derek McClendon. You feel me? He be saucy off the field. I appreciate that, Marie. Miles Slusher too. Yeah, shouts out to all of them. Yep. We got a lot of people, man. So staff member of the year, other than Coach Prime. So
other than Coach Prime,
member of the year.
All right, I'm crossing a few off my list. I'm gonna go with man. I should remember his name. I should remember his name because I'm always forgetting his name. The head chef, man. That food looks amazing. He keeps us well fed. Chef
Solomon.
Chef Solomon.
Yes, indeed.
Putting those tomahawk steaks on the grill.
Great pick. Chef Carl Solomon as staff member of the year. Me, I'm going to have to say, I just thought about this. Could Bucky be one? He'll staff member, right?
He's got an office, right?
Hey, he got an office. Good answer. I'm going to go with Bucky. I'm going to go with Deion Sanders Jr. on that one. Osakin as a staff member of the year. I got one more in mind too. Who else you got?
All right. Only one coach has worked at a position group where we really didn't bring in any big time transfers. And again, he's gotten a walk-on player who didn't see the field last year into a primary role within the offense. Michael Harrison. Hats off to Tim Brewster. Hopefully we see more tight end usage in the future.
Nice. Coach Brew. Coach Brew got his own coffee coming, hopefully. Coach Brew's ice brewed coffee. It keeps you crunk all day and all night. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Get fired up and let's go. Coach Brew. All day and all night. All right. My staff member of the year is going to be somebody unsung that people might have missed. But if y'all go check the files real deep on it, if you saw me shielding Shedeur Sanders out there when they ran on the field, then you should have seen Coach Reyes. Damn, what's Coach Reyes' first name? I'm tripping. You should have seen Coach Reyes out there doing the same thing. He was right there next to me, shielding Shedeur Sanders. Also, when they were about to fight during that Colorado State game, and the staff was out there keeping people away, and Travis ran up there and or ran up there in the front of the line, and then the big defensive end from Colorado State rushed up like he was about to run up into Travis. You see Coach Reyes come out of nowhere and hit him with this forearm. Bop, get back. And he stiff armed him out of the way. You know, so he's been like an unsung hero, people will never recognize it probably, just keeping players safe. Ever since that game they ran out on the field, I've seen him take more of a concerted effort, and I've seen this. They seem like they hired or assigned this black guy with a big beard. I can't remember his name, but he hasn't been on the staff. But he wasn't on the staff before then. But they hired this guy to make sure that the players are safe from the fans. I guarantee you that. But long story short, my staff member going to be assistant strength and conditioning coach, Coach Brandon Reyes. That's what I'm going. It just came back. The name just came back to me right there fast as I see it pop up on the screen right here too. Coach B. Reyes. Shouts out to him. My nominee for staff member of the year. All right. Grad transfer of the year. These are guys who graduated and came through.
I'm trying to remember who all was grad transfer. We had Shane Cokes, we had Shiloh, we had was Leonard Payne,
Dominic, who else? Bentley, Weaver. Bentley and Weaver considered graduate transfers. Smoke.
Damn, Smoke. What could have been? Okay. I guess my first one I'll go with Jordan Dominic.
Jordan Dominic, okay.
Yeah. An anchor of this defense.
An anchor of the defense. Grad transfer, Jordan Dominic. Of course, I'm going to go with the head of game CEO. I'm going to go Shiloh Sanders on that one. All right, so we got two grad transfers. Who else we got?
Savion Wilkerson, a grad transfer?
No, because they just he's considered a senior. So he's graduating now.
Dang.
I'll go with Shane Cokes or Bentley also.
Yeah, I'll take Bentley.
Okay. Big Bent.
Sorry.
I'm go with Shane Cokes. All right. That's 8 categories that we have so far. Most improved, most clutch, transfer of the year, freshman newcomer of the year, junkyard dog player, saucy player of the year, staff member of the year, grad transfer. That's what we have so far. What we'll do is we're going to continue to add to this list, and we're going to get about 20 categories. And I guess by the end of the season, we'll have these 20 categories because next week we're going to come back. Maybe we'll add about 5 to 8 more next week. All right. And we'll do the nominees next week.
Yeah. Or we could do, you think we could do like our favorite play of the year, favorite moment?
All of that. We'll add that. We got those coming up. Think about those that you want to add. We'll put that in. We got 5 more categories that we'll add for next week and the nominees. And then the following week, the last week of the season, we'll add the last few categories that we have left over, which would be about 4 or 5, right? And we'll put those nominees in. And then the following week, maybe after Thanksgiving, I think, yeah, we'll do our award show, something like that. We'll get the date set up and we'll do our award show. That's what we'll do. What you see in the comments?
That just sounds great. Nah, I'm just loving it.
Oh,
Everyone is telling me Savion's got 2 more years. Thank you for letting me know.
oh yeah.
Um, I just know he came here at like a weird time, so I didn't know what the deal was with that. But man, I love this idea that you had right on the fly, big dog. This is why I like doing the show with you, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, man. Now we're gonna have about 20 categories or more, but at least 20 categories right now. We're at 8. So if y'all have any suggestions for categories, get them in, send them in, and we'll make sure we think about using them and so on. I think it's gonna be cold-blooded. We're gonna set up this show. It's gonna be something different, something you've never seen before. I got some stuff in my head right now. I'm not gonna say online because I know that they're listening. The haters
I can't get too cynical with this. We're gonna keep it upbeat. We're gonna keep it positive.
I always feel like. So yeah, man. We're on live, coming up with this, growing and doing this live on the fly. All right, Shiloh is going to the NFL, I think, after next season, so he'll be back next year, still cracking heads for Colorado. After we do that, can we send it to Coach Prime? What are we sending? Oh, the list.
Oh, like all the awards, like to his PO box there on campus.
We're gonna tag him in the show. He's gonna be watching the show live with us, baby. It'll be cold blooded if he can call in. Hey,
You're right.
hey, Coach Prime. Get Coach Prime and Uncle Neely to call in, present an award. What?
Oh man.
Blooded.
Hey, a big dog. I gotta say, before we wrap up, I just had to say this. Did you see that clip of Coach Prime talking? I think it was last week, when he always smells the weed being smoked by the student section in the third quarter. That was the funniest reaction.
No, dog. What happened? I need to see it. I missed that one.
It was with his weekly show with Romy Bean, and he,
Okay.
obviously I can't do a good impression, but he just said,
What was the
he
question?
smells it and he just goes, "Wow."
Ah!
It was awesome, man. It was awesome.
I gotta check that out. Don't inhale too much, Coach Prime. Talk about wow.
Yeah, we can't be getting secondhand high on the sideline. Can't have any of that happen. But it is Colorado.
I don't know how they light it, whether they light it up and keep it low or whatever. I'd be too nervous if I was a student. You know what I mean? For somebody to come catch you, because all they gotta do is try to follow the heavy smoke. But they got more nerves.
They just let that thing fly.
Let it fly. If it's more than one people doing it, like back in the day, that's what I used to do in the club. I'm gonna give out a little secret right now. I used to do this in the club back in the day. When I used to throw parties, I knew that, at least I grew up on that. If you go into a party and you smell weed, that means that it's a good party going on. At least that's what it was where I come from, right? So me having this in my head, when I used to throw parties, I used to pass out little joints, right? Why? Because I had people used to always complain to me, Chico, man, they won't let us smoke. They won't let us smoke. I ain't coming to your party. I said, you know what? I got something for that. Because I would always smell smoke anyway, right? So the security guards will always come up to me, Chico, somebody's smoking, I'm gonna end the party. I said, you know what? If y'all can find it, y'all can put it out. But I started playing a cat and mouse game with them. I pass out about 10 little joints before the party starts, and I say, y'all fire it up when I send you a text. I'll send them a text, a group checks. Everybody fire it up at the same time. The security gonna know who to go check. Everybody's having a good time. We got a good party going on. Enjoy it. Do your thing.
If that isn't leadership, I don't know what is.
That's leadership. That's cold-blooded, man. I appreciate that, man. Puff, puff, pass. Everybody have a good time. Some people say it stinks, but some people say, hey, if you smell it in the party, you can stay and have a good time. If you smell something else been fired up, then it's time to go. But long as you smell some good green, that means everybody having a good time and it's a good vibe. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
So when I smelled it in the crowd at Folsom Field, I couldn't believe it. But I couldn't believe it, but I immediately said, these people having a good time. That's what I said.
Just all about, man. It was so funny. One of my first bus games was the Rocky Mountain Showdown at Mile High, and it was a cold night, and you could just see as you entered the student section just a cloud of puff, there in the south stands.
Well,
It was hilarious. It was first time there. It just threw me off too. But now you just get used to it. But I gotta say, probably the dirtiest, smelliest, driest weed I ever had was at some nasty clubs in West Texas. So y'all stay off the weed in West Texas. Y'all don't need to do that.
that's hey. Living in West Texas, all I'm gonna say is that was facts that he just said right there. Goodness gracious. Shouts out to San Angelo, but it's all good, man. This has been another rendition of the Dog and Dave Show. If you have any comments, anything you want to advertise, you want to try to be a sponsor on our official award show, Dog and Dave Awards for the Colorado Buffs, officially, hit us up. Hit me in the comments. Hit me in the chat. Hit me on Instagram. Big Dog Chico. What is Big Dog Chico Gmail at gmail.com. Dave, you got an email that gets you on anything of that nature?
Yes. DavidTalksBuffs at gmail.com. Or just hit me up on Twitter. I'm much more active on Twitter than I am on email. But yeah, say hi.
Say hi. Say what's happening. We're going to add one more nominee to each category based off what the fans say. So y'all hit us up. Go back, rewind this, listen to our nominees and so on. I'm going to chop it up and put it on Instagram and Facebook. Until then, run them likes up. Let us know what y'all think. We'll be back with more, man. This has been the weekly show with my dog, Dave, over here. I am the big dog. He is David Talks Buff. Once again, Dog and Dave. Let's go.
Run those likes up.
Run them likes up. Let's go. Dog and Dave. It's time to run them likes up.